Or was it tough at all to come back and say, you know what, I'm going to turn down this for now, knowing that I can maybe make more later?
No, it wasn't tough at all. With Coach Stoops, we've had multiple talks about NIL, all of that, the transfer portal and everything. And the main thing he's told me since my freshman year that he's going to stay loyal to me. So when all that happened in late November, December, all the talks about him leaving, I called him. He shut it down quick. I said, I'm gonna be loyal to you. So that's one big thing for me, just being trust and having loyalty, So I feel like it hasn't really even crept in my mind.
Coach Stoops is an old school guy.
Yes, sir.
And learning to adapt to a new world, as we all are with this NIL stuff. How much have you seen that kind of weigh on him, where he loves to get on the field to talk football and deal with football instead of everything else that he's been forced to do?
Yes, sir. It's a bunch of, outside people talking, and no matter who you are, it's going to get to you. You can try to be locked in on one thing. It's always in your ear. Why didn't we get this guy? Why can't we get this guy? Why didn't we get this guy? It's only so much you can do with the resources that you have. And I feel like sometimes it gets to him, but he tries his hardest to keep the good face on, nice face.
From everything we heard from Coach Stoops and Coach White, third down has been bothering you guys the entire offseason. How big of a topic is that, and a goal for you guys to improve on, just getting off the field?
It's one of our biggest emphasis because, last game of last year, it was a 35. We repped that play multiple times, the same exact play, the same exact, everything. But, it was too big of a moment, and we couldn't, we just couldn't get there, And then that led them to get a touch, or that led for the end of the drive to be a touchdown. And now we're just trying to get back into it. So I feel like if we would have just got off that play, the game would have been over. It would have been sealed. So, we've been working on that day in and day out.
How much does that drive you guys in the weight room? Things you say for motivation, whatever. It may not translate onto the field because you're dealing with X's and O's. Mm-hmm. But when you're away from it, man, we could have had that. We should have had this one. Sometimes the losses outweigh the wins sometimes.
Yeah, I say, anybody don't want to lose a game. There's been a lot of dogfights that we've been in that just one or two plays, it could have been different, but we've learned to not mourn our losses and just focus on the next week. So I feel like that helps us a lot.
What's the biggest thing that you've learned since coming out here as a freshman until now?
I think Coach Stu said it's not always about you, and that just goes into being selfless, he said that to me sometime last year when I was getting in my head about double and triple teams. It's not always about me, I got two guys on me plus it's a quarterback, so now that's 8 on 10. So now that put our defense in a better place to succeed, which is ultimately going to get all of our names out there. We're going to get our team stamped as one of the great defenses in college football.
All competitors want the tackle and the sack,
yes,
but you seem to have come to kind of a realization that somebody else is benefiting from what I do well.
Yes, sir, of course. And then they've told me, all the coaches tell me, hey, if you get double teamed in the league, you're making money. So, hey, I'm not really too worried about double teams no more.
Same thing goes for getting held?
Yes, sir.
Are you hoping for a little more of a harsh whistle for the offensive lines in this league this year?
I feel like if you're not holding, you're not trying, so, yeah, but sometimes they just got to let us play. And I like that the refs do that a lot. They just let us play. But when it gets too bad, they call it.
Speaking of O-lines, what about the work you're going to be getting in against your guys? You've got guys who have played a ton of SEC football, and that's got to be good for you and your continued development.
Yes, sir. We got a bunch of guys. We got Gerald Mincy, Jay Farm, Jalen Farmer, Eli Cox, even Dylan Ray, Jagger Bird, and Marcus Cox. Like, we got a bunch of guys, a bunch of great pieces to the one big puzzle that we're trying to fix, you know. So they're just a bunch of, I'm not gonna lie, they're dogs, you know. We the Wildcats, but they're dogs. And like going at it every day with them one-on-ones, potting it up, it's just great, and I can't get enough of it.
Are you eager to get the pads on and
I can't
knock
wait.
heads with them?
Hey, a couple more hours.
All right, thanks.